All right, I guess we can get into this here. Let's kick it off with Seahawks and Rams. Ooh, a trade has been completed in one of my leagues.
Ooh.
Let's take a timeout. It's not me, I think. I sometimes have so many trades out I forget.
Yeah, me too.
Josh
Like, wait, is it me?
Dobbs. This is Superflex?
How much was it for Dobbs?
Oh, no, this is single quarterback. What pick would you give up for Josh Dobbs in single quarterback?
Like, I don't know, man. They're at least getting production, but in single QB, like, I'm not giving up a two. I really don't want to. I just give him a
Oh, he
third.
had Burrow is what he had.
Yeah, and he had nothing else, probably.
Tannehill, Flacco, Heineke.
Oh. Yeah, he had nothing else. I would give up a third in single QB to be fine. It's whatever, because you
He
get
gave up what at this point looks to be an early second.
what, dude? Why? Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I understand the thought process behind it, but it's single QB. Like, I'm struggling to even give up a mid-second in Superflex for Dobbs. Like, it's literally we get like 6 weeks of production. That's all we're guaranteed with Dobbs. That's it. So, like, people are talking about a first-round pick for Dobbs, and I'm like, you're
I
fucking
don't think
insane.
it's 6 weeks of good production. I think it could
Yeah.
be 2 more weeks of good production, and then we go back to Dobbs. But anyways, let's move on with this. I can hear my kid in the other room yelling at his friend on the video game. It's a PA day here, so bear with me. So Stafford, who I think plays, he gets the 11th best matchup. Gino, who I know plays, gets the 18th best matchup. Having said that, I think I want Gino even despite the matchup, but they're both going to be close for me. If I look, I bet you they're both in the 16 to 18 range for me.
Yep.
They are Gino at 19. Oh, Gino at 19, Stafford at 18. So I have Stafford one higher. I don't think I'm going to keep that. I think I'm going to change that. I want Stafford below Gino, but either way, it just goes to show you that it's basically the same for me here. What do you got?
Yeah, I have Gino a couple spots ahead of you, but he's 19 for me as well. It's like right in that range. And then like once we get to it's like Russell Wilson, Will Levis, Matthew Stafford, and Zach Wilson. And I'm like, I can't drop Stafford below Zach Wilson. Like I literally can't do that. I get it, but I'm just not gonna do that. So yeah, I prefer Gino just slightly. I'm very much worried about Gino rest of the season. We saw kind of I think his peak performance last week. But hopefully I'm a little bit wrong, and this offense figures it out, and they're more productive than they are. So yeah, I'll go with Gino just slightly over Stafford dealing with the injury.
Agree. Andrews is out. Kincaid has a bye week 13. Would you trade Kincaid for Kyron Williams? Just sent him an offer. We're tired.
It's obviously redraft, but
so he's trading away Kincaid to get Kyron.
Yeah, that seems like you're taking on a lot of risk with Kyron. We don't know necessarily when he's coming back. Like I think you can still make this move when Kyron comes back. Like I don't think you have to make this move right now.
I don't know. I think I would make this because he still has Schultz, right?
Yeah,
I would start Schultz. You got to do this now because if Kyron comes back next week, the guy who isn't going to want to take a tight end on his bye is what
I guess I get what
his way of thinking. So yeah, I think I would. If you're comfortable rolling with Schultz, which I think I am, I think Kincaid's slightly higher rest of season.
Yeah,
I would start Schultz this week, and then with the bye, Schultz has already had his bye. Yeah, I'm fine moving Kincaid for Kyron. The deadline's tomorrow. I'm fine moving him for Kyron if you need running back help. I think Kyron will be back sooner than later, and there's nobody there competing with him. I guess we'll get under those running backs. 5th best matchup for the Rams. I want no part of them. 29th best matchup, so 3rd worst for the Seahawks. I'm still comfortable starting Walker as probably a high-end 2, maybe a low-end 1. I think he's probably going to be 12 or 13 for me. Charbonnet, I don't mind flexing. He's improving. I actually think I'd take Charbonnet over any Rams running back. If I had to choose one, I'd probably go Henderson, but I don't really want any of the 3. What do you think here?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play Henderson over Charbonnet just because that production is like we know what we're getting out of him, and Charbonnet is very much a mystery bag. But they are closer in the rankings. Like I have Walker barely inside my top 20 running backs, which kind of shows you how worried I am with Walker.
I have Walker at 9.
Yeah, like it's pretty low, so I'll probably move him up. But like I'm looking at my rankings right now, and it's like he's like right below Swift, Connor, a couple of those guys. So
you're right though. I have Henderson at 28. I have Charbonnet at 33, Freeman at 38, and Evans significantly lower. So you're right. In the end, I have Henderson higher because of the workload, but it wouldn't surprise me if Charbonnet outproduced him.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like that's definitely in the range of outcomes. I just think if you're counting on production, like you need some type of production, and it's not like a just dart throw upside flex play, like I'd rather go Henderson. But yeah, you can talk yourself to Charbonnet for sure.
Receivers are interesting. Fourth worst matchup for the Seahawks, 13th best for the Rams. So bad matchup for Seahawks, middle of the pack matchup here for the Rams. Cup is easily my one in this. I think. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Hey, Chase, quiet down. Good God. Fortnite is so loud. Okay, so Cup easily the number one. I think I've got Nakua easily as my 2 in this game. And then I'm probably going Metcalf. I think at this point I want to go. I think maybe still Lockett JSN, but it's getting close.
So I have Metcalf pretty highly above both those guys this week, and I think this is due to the Stafford situation and what's going on with Stafford. Like
you have Metcalf over both Rams?
Yeah, like that's
good God.
I need to like maybe think about this a little bit more.
I have Cup at 8.
Yeah.
Cup at 8, Nakua at 11, and Metcalf at 5, and then it falls off a cliff for the rest of them.
So if I'm going by vibes, I very much have Cup above Puka. But if I'm like looking at the data, like Puka's just been better and he's getting more targets. So like moving forward, I'm probably gonna rank Puka above Cup until I see a change on the two of them, which is crazy to talk about and say that we're in week 11. That's where we are, but that's just kind of. I'm really high on Puka Nakua in general, and we've talked about this. Like I'll happily trade JSN for him in Dynasty in a heartbeat. Like I'll make that move. I know a lot of people would not do that, but that's where I'm at with those guys.
I couldn't get that move pulled off. I tried it. I have JSN this week, ranked at 42. No, there's no way. I think I sent this in one. Keep in mind it's a work league, so they don't necessarily know what the fuck they're talking about. But I sent that JSN straight up for Nakua and got laughed off.
Yeah, I think in like the analyst leagues or people that pay attention more to the data, like they'll definitely take the Puka side. Like it's pretty funny how drastically different those two are viewed depending on the league you're in. Like in my home league, people don't really like Puka. Certain leagues they think he's top 5, so it's very interesting with him. But yeah, I think the matchup actually works really well for Metcalf in this week.
One second.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, so Metcalf, he's pushing top 10 for me this week. So if you need a wide receiver to start of all of these guys, it's going to be Metcalf. He's been very good. I know the production's been up or down, but he's there. And then you just fire up both Cup and Nakua, and you just roll with both those guys. If you want like Lockett, he's been not as good as he has in the past couple of years, but I still like Lockett. He's significantly lower, and he's closer to JSN than he is like Cup and Nakua. So he's more flex range. And then I think where is JSN's like 50. Yeah, JSN's pretty low. I'm just not there yet.
Moving on, 10th best matchup for the Seahawks tight end for Fant, 18th best for Higbee. I'd still considerably take Higbee over Fant, and I'm not even that high on Higbee. He's probably about tight end 18 for me, so I don't think I'm starting either. Both kickers are top 10 matchups, and I'm not starting either. Both DSTs get bad matchups, and I don't think I want to start either. So tight end, kicker, DST. I think I'm avoiding all 3 in this one.
Yeah, that just seems like the safest play. If you want some defensive like dart throw upside, you can go after Seahawks defense, but it's been so up and down. Like I'd rather not target either of those defenses.